Welcome to Mindset Motivation Videos, Episode 7, where I give you mindset strategies and mental tools to become a true champion for life. So last week I dropped a book, My Ultimate Guide to Nutrition, Food as Fuel. And this is unlike any other nutrition book. It gives you scientific formulas to create your own diet plan based off of digestion times, based off of the amount of energy you get from each macronutrient. It basically gives you formulas to create your own plan based off of the amount of time it takes from the point you eat food to the point it turns into energy. These are the same formulas that I used in my years as wrestling. One thing I explained in the third part of it was about metabolic pathways. There are two metabolic pathways. The first one is called glycolysis. The second one is lipolysis. So the first one is the primary pathway. This digests glycogen, which is carbohydrate stores, and your muscles primarily run off of glycogen or carbohydrates. And the second pathway of lipolysis opens up under two conditions. The first one being your muscles are so depleted that it needs calories from a different source. So then it starts digesting fats. Or in the second condition, your exercise is so intense that you need additional calories to meet your caloric demands. So then it opens the second pathway simultaneously with the first one, so you get more calories. So one thing I didn't explain in the book was these pathways activate at very specific triggers. The triggers for the pathway is your heart rate. Your heart rate. When your heart rate reaches a certain degree, that second pathway opens and you start digesting fat. That heart rate is between 150 and 160 beats per minute. Now, if you read the book, you heard me talk about how to strategically use these metabolic pathways for your own purposes. Let's say you want to digest or you want to burn fat. You want to lose weight, but you also want to lose a lot of fat. What you want to do is you want to open the second pathway and keep it open for as long as possible so that during your workout, you're mainly digesting fat and burning fat rather than burning glycogen. Okay? So keep in mind that I said the second pathway opens at 150 beats per minute. So what I'm saying is, and this is the same strategy I use through wrestling, if you can get your heart rate up to 150 beats per minute and keep it there, you will burn fat throughout your entire workout rather than if you were doing like moderate intensity and your heart rate was like 130, 140. You would be burning mostly glycogen, mostly carbohydrates, and you might burn some fat, but not as much. So I know 150 beats per minute sounds tough, and it is. It's not fun to get your heart rate so fast where you can barely breathe. But keep in mind this. If you can get your heart rate there early, let's say the first 10 minutes of your workout, your body will kick in what is called the second wind. We've all heard of it. It's when the second pathway kicks in, you get more energy. Your body starts leveling out your lactic acid production, which is actually you intaking oxygen better. You divert oxygen from your digestive system to your muscles. Anyways, so the second wind comes in, and even though you're at 150 beats per minute, it's not so stressful because your output decreases. So you might be, that first 10 minutes, you feel like you're about to die, and your heart rate's at 150 beats per minute. But by minute 15, your heart rate's still at 150 beats per minute, but you feel a lot better because your body is using energy more efficiently. Your body is using oxygen more efficiently, and that's because of the second wind. So what I'm saying is, get your heart rate up there at 150, 160 beats per minute right away and keep it up there. Keep that pace high. And you need to trust your body that your second wind's going to kick in. Trust your body to do what it's meant to do. And eventually you will level out and your heart rate still will stay up. And you'll still burn a lot of fat that way throughout the next 40, 50 minutes. This is what a lot of trainers do in high intensity interval training, but it's a little different. What they do is they spike it and then have you rest, and then spike it and have you rest. What I'm saying is spike it, leave it up there for your body to recalibrate, for your body to catch up, and then you won't feel as bad. When your body turns your oxygen efficiency on, you catch up, your lungs catch up, your muscles catch up, and you don't feel fatigued anymore. So, moral of the story is, trust your body, and if your goal is to burn fat, a lot of fat, quickly, do what I just explained to do. This is episode 7, Mindset Motivation Videos. I hope you learned something from this, and I look forward to seeing you in episode 8.